where we have several startups doing pretty much what they did earlier. We have each startup coming to the stage one by one. They will have 5 minutes to present, and then they will have, we have a little fella coming. Hello. And then maybe this is part of the demo, and then they will have 5 minutes to do their demonstration. So I would like to kick it off with our very first demo by Inguru Predict, HUPI. Romain Roquefère, applying advanced AI and autonomous technology to operational intelligence in ports with over 25 years of strategy and mathematical modeling experience. Wow, you sound super clever already. Romain, this change is yours. You have 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, good afternoon. Well, 25 years, I don't feel that old. So like it was explained, I represent HUPI, and we are specialized in mathematics. And we are a technological company. So like you can eventually imagine, we want to be inspired by someone in the way we develop our solution. So anyone has a guess on who can be the person who inspires technological company today? If you think about Elon Musk, you're wrong. No, it's a priest. Can you imagine a priest? His name is José María Arizmendiarreta. I come from the Basque Country, French side of the Basque Country. And he was a priest, and he founded, like 60 years ago, the largest cooperative model called Mondragon. Today, this is the largest cooperative in the world, which is worth like 12 billion, I repeat, 12 billion of euros. And it's based in Gipuzkoa, like in the Spanish part of the Basque Country. So Arizmendiarreta, what he told us is basically that on the one side, there is make money. We need to be competitive because we are in the worldwide economy, but at the same time, we need to think about the territory in which we live and how we defend our culture and how we protect our environment. So for like 10 years, 15 years, HUPI, no, that's us, we have been thinking about how applying mathematics in a way that makes the world also a better place, at least in our small world in the Basque Country. So we work for industrial companies, for transport companies, bus operator companies, in the healthcare system, for tourism. And 1 year we said, okay, but we have never worked for the port sector. So we decided, like 2 years ago, to talk to Nagore Ardanza, who is in charge of the Bilbao Port Hub, and Monsieur Marty from Port of Bayonne, so we stay in the Basque Country, to think about what type of issues can we tackle. So we made their environmental district, and they said, well, maybe with AI we can do something. So we understood that the type of challenges that we're facing was that on the one hand, they were doing analysis before and during to see the impact of their activities on the environment and mostly on biodiversity, but before doing the work. And after, they were putting sensors or doing measures to see, am I actually impacting the environment in a certain way? But what was lacking is an operational tool, something that can be used today, that can take into account the wind, the current, the dynamics, to be able to say, but how can I propose some changes in what I do in order to minimize my environmental impact. So after talking with like 15 ports, we went to this R&D project with the European Special Agency, because we use also satellite images to make it simple. And we focus on 2 areas. One is transport and stock of volatile merchandise. So basically, it's to say, if a boat is coming, it needs to unload products which can be volatile. So there can be dust, and depending on the wind, I plan to arrive at that dock at 4 p.m. using this equipment to unload the boat. But I will predict that with this, I'm going to put some dust in the ocean. And by putting some dust, I'm going to impact turbidity and chlorophyll. So what Inguru Predict is going to do, say, yeah, but what if you were delaying your dischargement by 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Instead of doing in this dock, if you are doing in this other dock, is it acceptable for you from an operational perspective? Because if you do this small change, maybe you will reduce your impact on the environment. Basically, is what Arizmendiarreta told us. How do I manage this balance between money, economy, and environmental impact in a way that is acceptable? We also saw the dredging activities. This is the way we prioritized. And we said, okay, it's just a mock-up. We are entering the second phase funded by the European Special Agency, which is called Demonstrator, for 1.5 years, focusing on dredging. today, from an operation perspective, what I need to do is to plan my dredging in order to get to my bathymetry objective as low as I can. So I plan to optimize for this using optimization, model, operational research, basically the word that we use in AI under constraint and volatility. I can throw a lot of these words. But what about, if I plan this way, how am I going to predict the impact on the biodiversity? This way, okay. But if I was to change the time to get to bathymetry by 1 week, will this impact the environment positively or negatively? Is it acceptable for you to delay this by 1 week? Yes? Okay, so let's change the plan and you will improve the impact. If I don't impact that much, well, maybe it's not worth it delaying. It's a trade-off. It's a system that provides arbitrage. So today, we have been going around the world, well, basically our world, that is small so far, but we like it. And we are building it with Port of Bayonne, Port of Bilbao. We have other ports, which are data providers, that agree to participate with us in the adventure, provide letter of support, and also give you the expertise, because as you understood, we are new in this port area. We have other ports who agree to help us think about the solution, because something we need to build from a pressure perspective. And we have others who are followers who are interested. So if you are also interested to join us in the solving this problem, because in HUPI we are very good at solving problems, less good at building and selling products. We're getting there, but you're welcome to join our community. And I will finish with this sentence from Aris Mendiareta, that is the way we lead our company. Economic development is a mean and not an end. And us, we are like a cooperative. And today I'm under a lot of pressure because I'm presenting in front of my employees, our employees, who are also my boss. Thank you very much. Mileshkar Sway.
Thank you. Oh, no, you're okay. Oh. Thank you so much, Roma. That was great. What stage of... Oh, you could stay? Yeah, whichever. You come. What stage are you guys at? Are you investor funded? Are you seeking investing? What is the next thing?
So where we are joining the Puerto 4.0 initiative from IDEA with Port of Bilbao. Mm-hmm. And we finished what we call the Kickstart funding program, which was for 60K to do what I just presented to you. And we are entering, if everything goes fine, in January, the demonstrator program funded by ESA for a budget of around 250K. And with this, we're going to build the first application with one use case, which is going to be the dredging use case, to deploy it in these partner ports, and then we're going to bring it to market. And we don't search for investors, because in HUPI we don't have any investors, because we are a cooperative.
Okay, amazing, thank you. Do we have any questions from the audience at all? Any doubts? I think it's fascinating what you're doing, and I really appreciate your passion. I think there is a great road ahead of you guys, and I really wish you all the best. Roma, please, a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. What a great way. Remember, Roma Startup is also on the list of startups that you can vote for by the end of the day, or you can do it so now. And the second demo is from Pablo Aguirre from Stowlog, working to optimize logistic workflows and deliver real-time visibility across port operations. Pablo, where are you? Pablo, you're there. Pablo, the stage is yours. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Hello, it's on. Okay. Good afternoon. Imagine right now a vessel entering here in the port of Valencia. Everything is synchronized. Everything is down to the millimeter. But suddenly, just a disruption, just one thing happens, and for example, a truck driver is colliding with the leg of a crane. What happens now? We are not talking about only delay. We are not talking about increasing accidents. We are not talking about only loss of money. We are talking about lives at risk. And this is what we are facing. we see that at port logistics, manual safety and security procedures are causing inefficiencies and high cost in port logistics facilities. And the thing here is that there is no lack of awareness. It is a lack of visibility. And this lack of visibility is not due to the availability of technology, because we are seeing today a lot of fantastic projects about technology. It is due to the fear of change. So, and this fear of change is losing a lot, making a lot of money, increasing accidents, etc. So it is good we are all day talking about AI, innovation, etc. But how can we move forward if we remain tied to system that slow us down and also put our people and our operations at risks? And, sorry. Yeah. And here's where Stowlog comes. Stowlog is a modular software as a service that replaces safety and security procedures at port logistics. We are talking about control of contractors management. We are talking about visitors management. We are talking about truck drivers management. We are talking about risk assessment, suspensions, safety induction, and geolocation of people to know in real time what is happening. Because this modular system allows port logistics facilities to have all data centralized, available, and compliant instantly. So customer safety and security teams can have this data in real time to make the better decisions. Let me give you a few examples. There is a real success case at Port of New York or New Jersey, where they had a problem that they were losing a lot of time managing contractors, and also then the contractors, they really didn't know where they had to go, they get lost, they don't see where they are in real time, and this is why one of our models, the control of contractors management, it's where to digitalize all these different workflows and allow them to now streamline really, really well the full contractors management system by digitalizing the permit works. And also, now they can see in real time with these loan workers or contractors, even truck drivers, visitors are in real time. Let me tell you another success story. At Port of Los Angeles in the US, we were down and in the ground, the foot there, saying, okay, what is happening here? They were registering in 2025, guys, the Port of Los Angeles, one of the terminals, were registering in the vendor gate with paper. So you can imagine, no? Our surprise. Our visits management model fits perfectly, and also we created a layer of 3D map, because these vendor gates now, they can really know where they have to go in case of an emergency, route directions, etc. So then you can imagine the last one that I would like to tell you is at Port Everglades. They were losing much time, a lot of time, hours spending doing manually and presential safety inductions for external truck drivers. So what they told us, okay, I see that you are in that port, could you help us? For sure, we can help you. And we digitalize and streamline all these training and safety induction sessions for them. Everything as these little success cases that I am telling to you derivates that at the end, Stowlog is a global success case. We are now with more than 20 customers, port logistics facilities, most of them container terminals, and now starting in 3PL warehousing, intermodal terminals, and depots as well, allowing to us to achieving our most of, at the end of the year, these 300K of ARR and more than 300,000 people using our system. And the best thing of Stowlog talking here is that, as you can see, we have demonstrated that there is a really scalable project internationally talking, because we have the capability through our modular system of the different modules of the software, adapt to the local regulations and local cultures about how to do safety and security procedures. And our go-to-market strategy is clear. We have a B2B SaaS. We want to target the US and EMEA market. We now have in place some partnership as well with other potential partners to keep growing Stowlog. We know the perfect strategy of outbound marketing that we need to be more recognized in the sector. So we came from the last year for this product market fit with the system. And now we have a seed round of 800K committed, so that will enable us to create a sales team. Because everything what you are seeing today here, it has been by inbound. So we have to demonstrate now with this growth period with the seed round that we can scale with a healthy sales team and specify also a good investments in marketing actions. And then to 2027 onwards is to scale, because we now are having our first other industries, neighbor industries, conversations that the Stowlog may fit as well in that technologies. And who is behind of all of this? I am Pablo Aguirre, and I am the CEO of Stowlog, and I have my two excellent business partners, Jose Gutierrez and Jorge Juan. And the three of us, we represent the values and the core of our company, which is the empathy, consistency, and innovation. And until today, we have like an experience through Pole Logistics, where we were gathering in the past year all the knowledge to understand that there is a gap, an international gap and global safety and security problem. So this is why we decided to create the Stowlog. And when we decided to create the Stowlog, it is interesting to see that also I saw before this morning a project that was also born in the Freight Innovation Fund Accelerator. We were one of the first 9 companies on the first cohort of the Freight Innovation Fund by the UK Department of Transport in the UK. Thanks to these Stowlog bonds, and nowadays we are in all these kind of countries. So at the end of the day, what we have here is a team that it is committed with, and we know that the future of the Pole Logistics will be defined by data, by visibility, and also by trust. Because we are talking, before talking about global international trade, global efficiency, innovation, AI, we must guarantee one thing, that all the people who is here and all the people who represents the supply chain every day at Pole Logistics returns home safe and sound. And this is the future that we are building in Stowlog. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pablo. That was great. You're a great storyteller. Could you see that vessel coming onto port? It's like, I see it. I see it. That was fantastic. Do we have any questions from the audience at all? Yes, right at the front.
Yeah, amazing. Very enthusiastic, very passionate. You mentioned ARR 280K, 20 customers. That's 14K per year. So tell us a little bit more about that, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Always this question appears because we have the market penetration strategy first. You know, so once we pretend to expand the business across a lot of countries, and we breathe what is happening and the pricing that software as a service like us, the customers are allowed to pay, we have in place a pricing strategy, an increased pricing strategy to create more, because the margin is almost the 90% because it's a SaaS, as you can imagine. But now it is like the beginning of a period, and first of all, we have to penetrate, because all the time the market is saying, you're cheaper. You're cheaper. Okay, but let me have time to assimilate this and afford this situation. So this is the average. Yeah, you're right.